Live from ITV Studios in London, this is Good Morning Britain.
Good morning. Our top story this morning. The full horror of the refugee crisis on the Greek island of Kos can be revealed in a special report for Good Morning Britain. A passenger ship meant to bring relief to families fleeing war-torn countries has delivered only more conflict. Our team witnessed the battle to board the vessel by desperate mothers and teenagers who have brought their families' youngest children across continents to find safety in Europe. Jonathan Swain is in Kos and sent this report.
As soon as you step off the plane here in Lesbos, you can really see this is an island overwhelmed by the migrant crisis. You can see the beach here just littered with life jackets. We've got an engine from one of the dinghies over there, and this pile has actually accumulated over the last 12 hours alone. And there are volunteers keeping a constant watch of the seas as those boats come over, but they're not from the Greek authorities. They're actually people who've flown in from around the world to try and help these families as they complete that perilous journey and stem the deaths that are turning the sea into an unofficial graveyard. But what happens to those families once they reach these shores? We followed one to find out. Of course, as they were leaving that concert tonight, there was a huge blast, and many of them reported seeing other children, other young girls, other young boys, their age, covered in blood. I mean, when I got the phone call last night, it was a huge shock. We came out here and driving into Manchester was a completely different experience to usual. I mean, this is the sort of thing we were following. Police cars, bomb disposal squads, ambulances. We know there are around 60 that came in from in and around the area. And the cars, we suddenly realised when we got here, were actually mainly parents desperately trying to come and pick up their children. We spoke to 11-year-old girls who witnessed tonight other kids of their age covered in blood. It is life-changing for them. It's life-destroying for those who won't see their loved ones again. And if you look in front of me here, this is the kind of thing, the kind of rubble they've been searching through, desperately in search of survivors. Looking at it, you think, surely nobody could possibly survive that, and yet they have to believe that they might. Last night, many of the rescuers came up to us and said, I've heard voices. Was it just hope? We hope not. We hope more can be found. And there was a shred of hope in nearby Pescara del Tronto when a 10-year-old girl was plucked out of the rubble there to shrieks of joy from the people who were watching after 17 hours trapped. We talked about fur tapering in the piece. So you can see it's quite spiky because it's going narrower at the ends.
Yeah, and this has been cut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the best way, if you really want to check that it's whether it's real or fake, you can burn some of the hairs. Don't do it in the shop, whatever you do. When you get home, burn a few of the hairs. They will smell like human or animal flesh it's real. Yes, good morning, Susanna. Barack Obama has to tread very carefully here. He prides himself as the man who led troops out of Iraq. The last thing he wants to do is become the leader who took them back in. So yes, he's sending in around 275 troops, but they will be in a protective capacity, protecting the embassy and any other American interests over there. He's also considering sending in special forces soldiers whose job it will be to train the Iraqi military over there, so essentially they can fight their own battles. Now, John Kerry caused a real stir yesterday when he suggested that Iran and the US could work together in a military capacity. Both countries have denied that. They're long-time enemies because of Iran's support for the Syria regime. But they're in talks at the moment in Vienna about Iran's nuclear capabilities, and they stopped their rivalry to discuss how they might be able to support the Iraqi government together. Now, you may have seen lightning behind me, and yes, it seems for Barack Obama there is another political storm brewing over the issue of Iraq.